Hey YouTube, it's Matroximus here, and today I'm going to be showing you 7 tips and tricks which will help you go from a beginner to pro in SCP Secret Laboratory. This video should help you survive longer inside the facility, and for those who may have been playing for some time, hopefully there's a couple of tricks which can help even the most seasoned players. I do plan on releasing more SCP related YouTube content in the near future, and so if you find this video useful, please smash that like and subscribe button. I'm also regularly streaming on Twitch, and if you want to see some of my SCP Secret Laboratory streams, feel free to add me on twitch.tv/Matroximus or click the link below in the description. That's enough of the intro, let's just get on with the video. Tip number 1, the fastest way to get an O5 keycard. As a scientist, you spawn in light containment with a basic scientist keycard, or if you are lucky enough to spawn in as a D class, the scientist keycard is the easiest card to find within light containment. Obviously, your first objective is to get to 914, upgrade your card and ultimately escape. Normally, people just run into 914, place down their scientist keycard, put the machine on fine, and then after 4 tries they manage to secure an O5 keycard. If, however, you first use 1-to-1 on 914, this turns your keycard into a zone manager card, which by the way you can use to get out the light containment checkpoint doors and into heavy, but you cannot use it to escape to the surface. Once you have a zone manager card, place the machine on fine and then use 914 again to create the facility manager card, a very powerful card which you can use to escape if you are in a hurry. And then finally once more on fine and you can create an O5. And there you have it, an O5 keycard in only 3 steps instead of the normal 4. Tip number 2, the lift grenade. Now this tip, if used properly, can kill an entire spawn of Chaos Insurgency or MTF, depending on how quick you can be. When you hear the MTF spawn announcement, simply run to the gate and watch the lift. As soon as you see the lift button turn orange, meaning the lift is travelling down, count to about 2 or 3 seconds and then throw your grenade at the door. Now this does take some practice with timing, but it can easily net you 5 to 6 kills if you do it right. Tip number 3, how to become a better facility guard. At the start of the game, the majority of facility guards and SCPs want to try and get into light containment. You can use the first 5 minutes of the game to find the lieutenant keycard and then try and find as many generators as possible to recontain SCP-079 whilst everyone else is trying to kill each other down below. The first thing you're going to want to do is secure the scientist keycard, which can be found in the server room within heavy containment. This is either on the top floor or the bottom floor of the server room. Once you've secured a scientist keycard, you can then go ahead and find 096's chamber, where inside you can find a lieutenant keycard. This can be used to not only get into the entrance zone, but can also be used to open the gates to the surface zone if you need a quick exit. Tip number 4, some useful recipes for 914. 914 is not only useful for upgrading your guns and your keycards, but can also upgrade other tools and items which you can find within the game. If you find yourself in the position where you have too much of the wrong ammo type, simply drop it into 914 on any setting and it will change to 9mm, 556 or even 756. If you have a frag grenade and stick it in 914 on very fine, there is a 20% chance that it will turn into a red ball. However, there is also a 20% chance that it may disappear, so it's a risk that you'll have to take. Finally, if you stick in a flashlight which you can collect from the lockers within the facility, put it into 914 on fine, it will change it into a flashbang. This is a particularly useful item which we will go on to later in this video. Tip number 5, how to recontain 106 on your own. If you find yourself in a position where you have an O5 card or a facility manager card on you outside of 106's chamber, the best way to recontain this SCP is to first open the door, then drop the card at your feet, and then run into the femur breaker. Now, as you've left the card outside the door, either you or anyone else can go up to 106's chamber, open the door by picking up the card from the floor, and press the button to recontain 106. Tip number 6, how to open your inventory whilst you're running. Now this is particularly useful if you're trying to either run away from an SCP or an enemy threat and you need to quickly grab a keycard or a medkit while sprinting away. Normally if you press shift to run and tab to open your inventory at the same time, it will open up the Steam overlay. However, if you go into your Steam settings and either change the hotkey from something other than shift tab, I have it as shift and Q, or even completely turn off the Steam overlay, you can now open your inventory with the tab key whilst holding shift to run. Tip number 7, flashbangs against SCPs. If you find yourself in a position where you're being charged by 096 or you are being chased by the likes of 939, by throwing a flashbang at your feet whilst continuing to run will blind the SCPs and they will temporarily be unable to see where you are. This should give you 2 or 3 crucial seconds to either change direction or quickly hide so that you can escape the SCP. So that concludes this tips and tricks video for SCP Secret Laboratory. I hope you found it useful, and if there are any tips which you think I might have missed out, feel free to write them in the comments below. If you want to stay up to date with more of the videos that I'll be creating for SCP-SL, then please click the like and subscribe button. I also regularly stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Matroximus, or click the link below in the video info. Thanks for watching.